So recently, the massive channel by the name of Supermega has been coming under some serious fire for a recent employee scandal that's come out about one of their artists by the name of Dawn. So one of their prior artists by the name of Lex Updog has recently released a statement documenting about how she believes that Dawn DRRR, I don't get his fucking username, but this German artist that used to work for Supermega sexually assaulted her while they were in a relationship. Now, personally, until I see any hardline proof, right? Until I see any hardline evidence, right? Like until I see any like certainty, I'm not gonna make any specific bias on it, right? I'm not gonna say anything any which way. If she is a victim, then I feel completely 1000% bad for her, and I completely 1000% sympathize with her. But if she is just lying on this man's name, then she a bitch for real, bro. Because her side of the story, her perspective of the story is that Dawn was forcing her head down while he was requesting oral sex. And from Dawn's perspective of the story, Dawn requested oral sex once, waited a little while, requested oral sex again, and when she said yes, she said to be gentle. Now, when the act was occurring, in Dawn's words, he put his hand on her head and I guess forced her head down a little bit, and to which she said, "Yo, you're being too rough," and then he profusely apologized and the night ended. That's his side of the story, right? So now we have both sides of the story. Do with that what you will. The main problem here and the main issue is that Matt Watson and the other fucking guy who runs Supermega, I don't know, he's not even like, he's barely even memorable, but they are both essentially like the worst fucking bosses you have ever seen, like on the face of the planet. They are some of the worst bosses I have ever fucking heard of. These guys will literally like, oh, employee has gotten sexually assaulted by another employee. What are we gonna do? Not handle it, that's for sure. That's because that's what we're gonna do, guys. That's the precedent we're gonna set in our company. All right, employee comes to us crying in tears about sexual assault. Guess what we're not gonna do, guys? We're not gonna fire that guy, or at least take a side, right? We're not going to give a reason why we did what we did. Instead, we're just gonna pretend like nothing happened despite massive allegations being levied against us. We're going to pretend like it doesn't exist, right? And that right there, that behavior, that documented pattern of behavior right there is exactly why people are so furious with Supermega right now. Like, if they weren't furious with Supermega, I guarantee you it would be like this whole drama would be about this girl's sexual assault and not revolving around Matt Watson, right? But because they handled it like absolute like degenerate idiots, right? Then it is solely revolving around the people who handled it so incredibly poorly, right? Because like there were texts, right, between Lex and him, right? She is like upset and like sad that like they didn't either fire this guy or like at least try to handle it, right? Like they didn't even try to get both sides of the story. They didn't even try to get one side of the story actually, but that's aside from the point. This girl is like very upset, very clearly upset that this is happening. And so you want to know what Matt Watson, I guess his friend that runs Supermega with him, I don't know what he does. He messages her after his birthday party is over and he's like, "Hey, you've been really mean and rude recently. I don't think this is acceptable behavior. I think this is really just not cool behavior on your part. What's gotten into you?" He addresses this girl who's been sexually assaulted by basically saying, "Hey, you're being pretty mean." Like, what the fuck? Of course she's gonna be mean, dude. Of course she's gonna be upset, you fucking idiot. Like, what's there not to be upset about? If I had been sexually assaulted, right, and I brought this information to my boss or my coach or my whatever, right, my counselor, and they didn't help me in whatever way they knew how, despite despite having my side of the story and maybe even having their side of the story, then like I can't respect that person, right? Like I like, of course you would be upset, right? This girl hypothetically just got fucking raped, dude. No wonder she's pissed at you, right? Like these guys have such a fucking poor track record of employee correspondence that it's like, it's crazy, right? Like it's like they feel no empathy for the people that they hire. They're just like expendables to them. It's fucking wild. But I mean, other than that, personally, on the subject of the actual act occurring, I don't know. And that's the issue here, is that there's no way to prove or disprove what actually happened. So there's no statement that I can make on it, right? I don't want to throw things at the wall depending on who's right or wrong, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't know, right? Like if I were to be there in that house, right, then I would know, but I wasn't. And there were only 3 people who were there, actually. Matt Watson, Lex Updog, and Don, whatever his fucking name is, Don DRRRR, fucking Don Durr, head ass bitch, bro. But fucking, like, that is the quality of boss here. Employee gets sexually assaulted in his own home, and he just completely dismisses it. That's fucking, like, sociopathic, dude. That's so fucked up. That's like brain rot right there. Like, there's no way a functioning human being can act like that, or has like the capability to act like that. That's just not even possible. For the sexual assault allegations, if the allegations are true, then my heart goes out to the victim, and I hope you are doing better. Like, I hope you're seeking help. If the allegations aren't true, then my heart goes out to Don, right? Like, this is something that cannot be like played around with at all, right? Like, this is a terrible thing that like really just genuinely should not be like messed around with. It should not be like construed poorly, right? Like you can't go around lying about this, because then that devalues the term rape, right? That devalues the term sexual assault. So, but yeah, I mean, like there's really nothing else to say. I hope the best for everybody involved except for Matt Watson, you fucking snake. Like, holy shit, you little weasel. But yeah, and even still, I hope the best for him. But yeah, I mean, I hope you all had a great day. I hope you all had a great time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bro, talk shit, we running him down. He almost moved with a gang, now. That shit is not advised. I'ma come up now, some people with no rise. They ain't got no money and they not up, no surprise. When I'm rapping, I'm a